All right then, going on to part 2 of this review of Monaco and Croatia. Now I've chosen Monaco as one of my countries I'd like to do a 21st century postally used collection, because Monaco is one of those countries that's very small. Current population is maybe 39,000, just under. And Monaco is often criticized as one of those small countries that produces stamps far beyond their postal necessity. I mean, while they're beautiful stamps, no doubt about it, there's have really beautiful engraved issues. Thing is, they just issue much more than is really called for by their population, and their mint sets are readily available. As with Ethiopia, I expect it to be a little harder to find postally used examples of the stamps of Monaco, especially in current times where who's writing letters anymore. And as for Croatia, I guess it applies there too as far as who's writing letters anymore. But I mainly chose Croatia for this 21st century collection because I just like the stamps of Croatia. They have some really nice designs, some humorous and whimsical ones that I like, and hopefully you'll see a few examples when I examine that mixture. So let's get on with it. All right, to refresh your memory, these were 20 used Monaco, all in euro denominations, which means that they will all be from the year 2001 and later. Okay, there's a 2002, 2010, 2003, 2001, 2002, 2002, 2002, 2010, a lousy damaged one. Look how the perfs have been torn off on the edge of that one. And here's a 2010, 2002, 2002, another circus one from 2002. Here's one from 2013. Another 2010, another 2010. This one has a messed up corner, so it goes into the reject pile. Here's a 2002, 2010, 2002, 2002, and 2002. So that makes it easier to look them up. So then I have to go just check my 2017 catalog for these two. One more 2010 and then this 2013. I'll check the hip stamp retail values and I will report back. All right, so here's the results of that batch. In the 2017 catalog, 3 stamps actually went down in value from the 2012. There's this one, which is Scott number 2600. It went from 140 down to 75 cents. This one, number 2601, went from $2.50 to $1.50. And this one, 2605, went from $1.50 to $1. What's more interesting is that on hip stamp, out of, what's that, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 stamps, only one was available for sale. The other ones were nowhere to be found. But to determine a value to cost ratio, I just assumed a retail value of about 30% of catalog value, which is kind of high, but seeing as they're rare, so to speak, 30% would not be unreasonable for these. And even at that, my total retail for this only came to $3.05, and I paid $5 for it. So in one regard, it's a disappointment because it seems like I overpaid. On the other hand, like I said, if they're not available for sale, well, at least you have them now. So let's go on to Croatia. So the Croatia was a $15 pack, and for that you got 80 stamps. I don't recall now whether they specified if it was recent, euro values or what. So we'll find out together what we got. Okay, I'm hoping they'll be inscribed with the years, and let me go ahead and sort them real quick and be right back. All right, so let's start with the oldest ones. And we have a 50, I'm just going to say cents, just for simplicity's sake. We have the 50 cent, the 1, 3, and 350 is from a different set. So these three are from the 1941 to 43 set. The 50 is, let me grab a new page in my notebook. So the 50 cent is 31. The 1 and the 3 are catalog number 33 and 36. And can you guess what the catalog value is? If you said MCV, minimum catalog value, you are correct. This one, the 350, that is Scott number 54. The catalog value of 65 cents. Set those aside. And we come to these mint, never hinged, semi-postals. I happen to have the semi-postal page marked here. And we have a sailor, and let's see, 1 plus 50 is which one? SP26. Okay, that's B33, value 25. And a 350 plus 150 is B35 at 25 cents. Oops, I took the used values. The unused values are 40 cents each. Let me see where the break point is for mint never hinged. Values, catalog stamps. They're all for never hinged, so these are 40 cents. Okay, let's go jump to the postage dues since we're in the back of the book right now. Looks like this set here. All right, these postage dues are either from this set or this set. This one is, these stamps are bigger by about 1 millimeter on each side. So we'll just find the small ones. Okay, this is going to require a little more effort to figure out which set they belong to. The 20 kuna is obviously J25 because it's light blue and blue, rather than light blue and indigo. The 5 is either light blue and gray or light blue and gray. So then the next thing you have to do is let's check the perforations and hope that it's 10.5. Because that's the only way to positively identify it in one set or another. And it is not. It looks like an 11.5. Both sets come in perf 11.5. So then you have to check the dimensions. And when Scott Catalog gives the dimensions, they are the dimensions of just the design, not perf to perf. So we stick the the gauge over the stamp. And this looks like about 24.25. About 24 across by 24. So that's a 24 by 24, which makes it the one set because the other is 25 by 24.25. So the 5 Kuna is a J15. And I'll go ahead and check the other ones that same way. Alrighty. So we got those all figured out. As for catalog values, J20 is 40, J12 is 25, J22 is 50, J14, 35, J15 is 40, J16 is 45, and J25 unused is 90. Too bad. Used would have been $1.60. All right, so now we got the postage dues out of the way. And let's move on to the official stamps. That is, here we go. That looks like this design with the coat of arms and the value on each side. That's the 01 design. Let me mark these here. We have a 50 center, 75 center, then a 355. So looking at the 01s, the 50 is 02, 75 is 03, 1 is 04, the 3 is 06. I'll have to compare the perfs on these just to verify, make sure it's not one of these A values. Be right back. All right, I got through the 90s, and most of them are just naturally in the range of 25 to 70 cents. One's 55, one is 70. These 4 are from a set of 9, and they go from 80 cents, 90 cents, $1.30, and $2. So now we're up to 2001. Okay, we have several from the same year here. This looks like 2008. Okay, and then moving on to the year 2011. Oh, okay, that's it for this catalog. I'm going to have to look up the rest of them on the computer on my digital catalog. See you in a bit. So I couldn't look them up in the 2017 Scott catalog either, most of them anyways, because that only goes up through the end of 2015. And I had quite a few 2017s, 16s, and 19 stamps. So I looked them up on Stamp World, although they tend to be a little higher than the Scott catalog in their valuations. I took that into account when estimating the retail values. As we get into the 2000s, almost all of the stamps have catalog values of around $1. The highest catalog value stamp was this one, Scott number 720. That was valued at $3.50. And I found one example on Hip Stamp for $1.20. Now this one has a higher catalog value because, as you see, that face value is 8 kuna, where the normal values are 3.1. Then the second most highest valued one was also another high face value, 7.6 kuna. That is the 2016 Europa stamp. And on stampworld.com, that was valued at $2.98. And then another similarly high valued stamp was another Europa from the previous year. It's also a 7.6 kuna value. That's the 2015 Europa, which was valued in the Scott catalog at $2. So just other notable stamps to point out. This whimsical set of animals: chameleon, a king snake in love with a pair of socks, an iguana chilling on the beach, and a turtle. I found these on Hip Stamp at 45 cents each. And then this, the cutest dogs you've ever seen. Oh, I take that back. It wasn't the previous set that were 45 cents each. I found this set listed separately at 45 cents each. And then here, I thought was a comic book stamp. It sure looks like it, right? That's Hrvatko. I couldn't find any comic books with him, so it appears, you see the HPB and that logo, that's the Hrvatska Postal Bank. And it appears that Hrvatko is the Croatian version of FDIC. He will protect your money for you. So altogether, I wound up with 84 stamps of Croatia when the deal was for 80. So that's not bad, 5% over. And best of all, I didn't find any damaged stamps to throw away out of that mixture. So figuring about 25% of catalog for retail, this mixture came to a retail value of about $25, for which I paid $15. So that was a fairly significant savings, and compares a lot more favorably than either the Monaco or the Ethiopia mixtures. And part of that, I believe, has to do with the fact that it was a much larger mixture, 80 compared to 20 or 24 for the other two. So all in all, I'm pleased with this Stamp Farm purchase, and all these stamps will find a place in my albums. So that wraps up another episode of TED Talk Stamps. I am your host, Ted the Talking Stamp Collector, and until next time, remember, I